¿Ya te la compré?
Sorry,
No te
chat.
puedo
Technical
decir.
difficulties. I don't know what
Vámonos con las
I
acciones
don't know
por la
how long
banda del
I've been
lado izquierdo.
offline.
La presión que llega por parte de Aliens.
I think I
Ese
missed
balón se va y vamos a
goal
tener
on stream.
tiro de esquina a favor de
So I
los
feel
chavos.
kinda
Ya
stupid
toda la
now.
línea defensiva del conjunto de
Maybe
Aliens
let's
está
do
listo
something.
para recibir. Hay error
Yep,
por
it's
parte de
working
los
now.
chavos.
Alright, cool.
Afortunadamente mantienen la posesión y vamos a tener
So,
saque de
so everyone
manos
was watching
a
with me? I
favor
apologize.
de los de Donato y de los de Yolo.
Ahí está entonces el saque de manos a
My
favor del
internet has
equipo.
been kind of fucky
Penalti,
lately.
presidente, mamita querida.
¡Qué rico!
Y como los presidentes no están en este momento acá, seguramente lo que vamos a tener es penalti shootout por parte de algún jugador de cada equipo.
Qué rico sonido cada que llega en el partido.
Right.
Así que de esa forma esperamos que en la
el
próxima jugada se pueda dar este penalti presidente por
Donato
parte de
está.
Chamos. Sí
Hey, how's it
tenemos
going?
porque Yolo está
Ash.
aquí. Así que por el momento nos vamos a ir a que el
I'm just
árbitro
watching the
central
soccer
le
game
ponga
right now,
pausa al reloj para que se cobre.
Bueno,
Pretty good.
ahí está
How about
entonces.
yourself?
Yolo, me imagino se está poniendo ya los botines, los shorts.
I just came just in time to see a
Ahí va
penalty
para allá.
shootout.
Ya viene para
That's
acá
pretty
y
good.
por el lado
That's
de los
pretty cool.
aliens, pues sí habrá un penalti shootout por parte de uno de los jugadores.
Prometió finura al momento del golpeo, ¿ah?
Bueno,
Prometió finura y que lo iba a hacer con el zapato izquierdo.
Así te dijo.
Así no lo dijo.
Vamos,
personalmente,
vamos,
pero lo
vamos.
advirtió. A ver.
Alright, they're taking
A
their
ver.
penalties.
¡Ah, caray! A ver, Yolo está entrando
He has
a
an
la
alien
arena
captive,
de la
dude,
James
straight
Lee
from,
Santander
Area
y
51,
trae
dude.
en la correa
Abusing him, dude.
a un alien.
Golly.
¿Qué habrá querido decir?
¿Qué mensaje será?
Dímelo.
Castro.
Free the alien, my
Un
boy.
mensaje para ti.
Por favor. I'm pretty good. How are you, Ash?
Castro está que se sale de los cabales. Mire, mire cómo
You're sending like two messages.
le soba la
Nice.
cabecita al alien.
Como si le hiciera muy caro.
Como si fuera una mascotica, ¿eh? Como si fuera una mascotica.
Domado.
Están domados. Creo que ese es el mensaje, ¿eh?
Sorry about that, Ash.
Castro trae a toda la pandilla completa.
I'm doing pretty
Y
good.
aquí
How
Yolo
about you?
nos trajo a una personaje nuevo.
Me gusta lo de Yolo, me gusta la actitud de Yolo.
¿Cómo crees que lo celebre? Si es que llega a anotar gol. Eso va a ser importante.
Eso va a ser
Let's
bonito,
watch some
¿eh?
soccer right now.
Pegarle con pierna izquierda, según recuerdo, ¿ah?
He has an alien captive, which is pretty
Ahí
wild.
está el alien, se tiene que ir acá. Mira, también tenemos que obedece bastante bien. Pero ahora sí, llega el penalti presidente. Yolo, presidente de Chamos FC, va a ser el encargado de hacer el cobro de este penal de pierna derecha.
Dang, he made a goal. Damn, it's 2-2 now. We're not gonna 2-2 now. Let that
Gol. Yolo, presidente de los Chamos FC,
I'm
anota este
watching,
penalti
okay.
presidente.
Well, welcome
Y
in,
también
welcome in.
tenemos el empate en el segundo tiempo.
Qué bien le pegó, ¿eh?
Muy bien.
Hizo la paradiña de Neymar, luego remató con mucha potencia, buena dirección, y ahí está Yolo
He has
celebrando
the
con su
captive.
alien. Alien que parece estar feliz cuando haya gol de los Chamos, ¿eh?
Funcionó, funcionó, fue esa
he saw the goal too late. He was trying to jump
Justamente el mismo Yolo a través de sus redes
my
sociales,
left,
que
which
esto
would
lo
probably
mismo
be
podría salir
his
convertido
right,
en
I
verdaderos
believe.
fifas. Bueno, y también advirtió que los Chamos irían de menos a más.
Alright, but now he has to have a 1v1 with the goalie, which is pretty hard.
Aquí en la tribuna
'Cause they don't really
se
chip
siente
shot it.
emoción, se siente como Aper ya está corriendo de pierna derecha, dispara por
Oh!
encima de la portería a los aliens.
Because with those, you either need a fake shot it or somehow go over the goalie. Because they're able to rush you down, they're not just going to wait for it. So it's a lot harder than just taking a regular pen.
Y ahora, play on dirían en Inglaterra, ¿eh?
Who was that to? Pass to.
Alien.
No,
Alright, 17 passes it down the
Muy
knee,
bien.
down the middle.
Me encanta. Aquí
entendí
lo
perfecto.
Pass it
¿no?
back.
Entendí perfectamente.
Stalling for time now,
Ahí
I
lo
guess.
tienes totalmente dominado.
We're just
también,
waiting for the
Manu
players to
Sebas.
get out of formation. That
Regresamos
was
a
it.
que se reanuden las acciones. Tenemos 22 minutos en el reloj. Y el
But I honestly don't know what
Chamos
I think
son
that's what they're
quienes
trying to do,
están
just trying to
poniendo
break
ese balón ya
formation.
pasando medio campo.
But it
Pero
didn't
también
work.
tenemos la
Los aliens
respuesta
with the
por
ball
parte de
now.
los aliens.
She's looking for an open
Recupera
man.
muy bien.
Passing
El
it to the
conjunto
middle.
de Castro se viene
They go
profundidad
for a
por la
long
banda de la
pass, Jesus
derecha.
Christ.
Aquí
And get the
Saman
ball.
evitando
Damn.
que continuara
They even
la
get a throw
jugada.
in.
Y nos vamos al saque de
Throw
manos para
in
los aliens.
straight
Villalobos de
to
cabeza.
another throw in.
Quería regresar más bien con el número
Wait,
9. pero al final
I
ese
thought it was a
balón
throw in for
termina siendo
Los
para
Aliens,
Chamos.
but I guess not.
Se equivocaba Villaluz.
¿Pero qué hace, por favor?
Tranquilo,
Donato, ¿viste lo que hizo?
¿Qué hizo?
I don't like how high up they're pressing because this will take a toll on their
Para la
stamina.
gente que se está conectando hasta ahora penalti presidente.
So if they're
las
too
armas
aggressive, they
secretas
might
todavía,
accidentally just leave
ninguno de los
themselves
dos
open for
equipos
an
las han
attack.
activado y recuerden
'Cause
que
right
al
now they
minuto
have,
38, dependiendo
I
de cómo
think,
esté el
3 up
marcador, puede
top.
ser gol doble o gol de oro.
2 in
Ahí
the
lo
back.
tenemos, ahí lo tenemos. Muchísimas gracias,
I think it's
Manu,
a,
por
I don't know how much
mantenernos
is
muy bien
it. It's
informados.
5v5, I believe. Well, 6v6.
No,
Because
gracias,
they
Manuel.
include the goalie.
Te lo están agradeciendo desde la Antártica.
Ahí lo tenemos, Arriaga Christopher con el número 11, ahora por abajo.
Alright, they're
Chamos
just
le está
passing it back and
tocando,
forth,
Elias
hoping to
esperando
break
a que pase
formation,
ya
look
el
for an
mediocampo.
opening.
Moyo de primera
Oh, that would have
intención
been a
quería
beautiful
jugarla
pass
con
had it
Guerra.
gone
Al
through,
final,
but he
Elias
went too
está
far ahead.
controlando ese esférico. Se viene un despeje largo a profundidad. Muy bien la cobertura que tiene Jairo.
A throw in
Al
for
final va a ser
the
saque de manos
Maroon
a favor de
team.
los de Yolo.
Ahí está, un segundo tiempo.
We'll
en
just
donde el
refer
equipo
to
de
them
los
as
Chamos tal vez
Cha,
ha reaccionado más, ha
'cause I
tenido
don't
más
know
el
their
esférico
name.
del balón. Hay una modificación. Sale el jugador sordo, ingresa entonces con la camiseta 19 Kevin Olivares.
Exactamente.
Alright,
así lo
passing
tenemos,
back and
los
forth, hoping to
cambios.
find an
A ver de
opening.
qué forma Chamos puede
Pass it to
seguir
the middle, they have
haciendo
three in the
las
front,
modificaciones.
back now.
También Aliens por el momento.
Pass back to
Diego
the
Arriaga, el
goalie.
guardameta de Chamos.
It's
Ya
because
está
the Maroon
jugando
team
con
doesn't really
Sámano.
like
Sámano
playing
buscando
with the
así
long
quién es-
ball.
quién lo puede repartir.
They seem to just
Jairo,
pass it
Jairo
short
nuevamente con
and try to
Arriaga.
find
Y la
openings
presión que
through
tiene que
that.
llegar por parte de
But in
Aliens para poder robar el esférico.
close,
Ya nos estamos
a close
encontrando
field
en el
like this,
campo.
you
Al
don't
final
really get that
aquí
many
estaban
opportunities
pidiendo
to
alguna falta, no es nada.
really,
El balón es a profundidad para Guerra de primera.
Okay.
Estaba queriendo meter ese centro. Se va bastante alto.
There's no one there to
Moyo
receive it. That would have been a
buscando
beautiful
recuperarla.
center.
Chamos que buscaba también el control, pero al final ese esférico va a ser.
If someone was right there in the middle, that would have been an
López.
Tiene que
excellent
mostrarse
play.
más Guerra,
And he just
retroceder un poco
crossed it
más,
in
entrar
there,
dentro del
then it'd
circuito
be
de
a
juego
good
porque
hit.
está muy aislado de lo que sucede.
But there was
Y
no
él es
one
el
there to
diferente,
receive
el
it,
número
so he had to
10.
go long.
Uy, ahí
Ooh, what a
teníamos
beautiful
el
block
intento que
down.
quería hacer Aliens.
You gotta do the
Regresa
skill
bastante
move,
ese balón.
Jesus
Uy,
Christ.
Ya la juega con el
Alright.
Chispa Velarde. La mueve
It's
desde
looking
la
for
parte
the
baja.
open man.
Levantando
They're probably
la
gonna
mirada
long
hacia
pass it to
quién
this guy
es
over here.
quien va a estar armando
Pretty bad
esa
though, 'cause he
jugada.
has
Era
3
para
people
Amper.
on him.
Amper ya la sube un poco. Retrasa para Chispa nuevamente. De frente tiene la presión de Alejandro Guerra.
They're probably
La
gonna
abre
try to
ya
pass
con
it.
Alfonso
No,
Nieto.
they go for a long
Profundidad con
pass.
Villaluz. Buscaba armar
Los
esa
Aliens
jugada.
ball.
Al final tenemos
Los
saque
Aliens
de manos.
throw in,
Villaluz ya
pass to the
rápidamente.
14.
Número 14 de
Gets
Aliens.
blocked
Quería
by the
pegarle de
defender
primera
just
intención. Villaluz, que
barely.
no está desistiendo de la jugada. Al final muy buena la defensiva de Chamos. Y no
A Los
tiene
Aliens player
nada.
is down.
Alfonso Nieto,
I'm not
cae
sure if he's
Alfonso
being a
Nieto.
pancho
Todavía
or
no
if he's
terminó
actually
por-
hurt.
Por acompañar los
Ah.
error terrible.
Uy,
What a
espérame,
bad
porque Jairo ya
pass
le
and a
está
bad
moviendo el
situation
zurdo
too.
Moyo.
Ooh.
Está buscando
Oh,
nuevamente.
God, portero.
Guerra quería sorprender después del intento que
Damn.
hizo el zurdo Moyo sobre la portería de Carlos el Rubio
What a
López,
good,
y al
what good
final
reactions from the
les-
goalie, Jesus
Está en
Christ.
posición adelantada, ya lo Vito. Ya se para
Oh,
también.
but it
Nieto
was
para
still
el
an
equipo de los
offside.
Aliens.
So even if he did
Regresa
make
muy
it,
bien
wouldn't have
Ronald.
count.
El
Still a
jugador
good
número 10
effort
de
on the
Chamos,
Maroon
Ronald Vargas, que
forwards
acompaña muy bien en
for
defensa.
trying.
Miren, montan ahí la línea de 4 y 2 buscando el contragolpe.
Tenemos a Villaluz intentando
Jesus
de pierna
Christ, what a
derecha,
powerful
la cruza el esférico por la portería, al final pasa por al lado del poste y tenemos las acciones para el conjunto de Chamos. Jairo ya la juega con Sámano en la
Alright,
línea
passing it
defensiva,
back and
pero
forth,
está llegando
but
la presión
hoping
por
to
parte
break the
de
formation.
Elias. Marín presionando, Quiñones también se está acercando al final. Tenemos la profundidad donde Aliens está controlando nuevamente. Villaluz quería jugarla con el número 6 con Marín.
They have
pero
more
Chamos
players
estaba más atento y de esta forma
The Maroon players
ellos
have more
están
players up
buscando el
front
contraataque. 2-2
than
hasta
the
el momento,
Aliens do, but
empatada
Aliens are really good
el
at aggressive, like
enfrentamiento en
pausing
este
their plays.
segundo
Because every time they go
tiempo,
back,
y
they're
me parece que
lowering the
estamos cerca de los
offensive.
30 minutos.
Es correcto.
And it's wise on the Maroon
Tenemos
sides because when one player goes up and the other goes down, that way they're not really left defenseless. Because there's some situations where the Aliens only have like a couple people down, like probably one or two, and then they'll really necessarily like have enough defense for a forward and counter play. Because that was what was happening in the last game with Los Aliens.
Ahí lo tenemos, las
They went too far
modificaciones
forward
por
and then
parte
they weren't able
de
to
los
break
de
through the
Castro.
defense of the
Guerra muy
opposing
bien en
team.
control. Tenemos a Chamos buscando hacer peligro sobre Aliens. Aquí
What a
la
beautiful
barrera
take from number 5.
defensiva
Jesus, I didn't
no
think
se
he'd take
rompe por
it.
parte de Aliens y al contrario está buscando salir.
Almost ran out of field,
Contraataque
but managed to
tenemos
pass it
a
at the last
Marín,
second.
que ya
What a
la
beautiful
toca con el número 7, David
awareness of
Cabrera,
it
quien
on his
acaba de
part.
ingresar en este segundo
The play here
tiempo. El
is
número
to
14.
Oh,
Ya
he
estaba
shot
queriendo meter un
and got the
centro.
corner down.
José Nieto, al final, Arriaga termina por rechazar ese balón y vamos a tener tiro de esquina.
Muy atento allí el guardameta.
I personally would have thought that the goalie would have let it
Villaluz
go
ya
out.
mete centro, a ver a quién podía encontrar al final, termina siendo bastante largo. Vamos a tener movimiento de
A
manos.
bad
a favor de
corner.
Chamos.
Usted es muy
Kind of a
decente,
waste of a
bastante malo el
possession right there.
El tiro de esquina, terrible.
¿Cómo que el fin de semana?
El fin de semana entrenando es los tiros de esquina, terrible.
Ok.
Villaluz allí.
No, es un criticón de primera, mi querido.
No, pero no puedes tirar
Alright,
ese tiro
again,
de
passing
esquina.
it
Lo tiro
back and
yo en
forth,
entreno.
making sure that Los Aliens come
caray,
forward.
estamos aquí
Los
teniendo
Aliens
la
with the ball
situación
again.
porque este duelo está bastante
Jesus.
sabroso. Aliens pierde la posición. Al parecer iba
Pass it
perdiendo,
to
pero
14.
tenemos el disparo de la izquierda.
He has to pass it to
donde
14,
estaba
14 pass it to
reaccionando Kevin
27.
al recuperar
Easy
el esférico.
scoring.
Al final Arriaga mantiene la tranquilidad en la portería del
It's
conjunto
because
de Chamos.
another main problem from the
Aliens
Los
estaba más
Aliens
atento,
players
y
is
aquí
that they
puede
get too
responder
eager to
Villaluz.
make a goal.
Ya mete centro, está
Like, yeah, it
buscando.
works
José
sometimes,
Nieto
but it's better
retrasa
just
para
look for the
David
open
Cabrera,
man
Cabrera otra vez con
or look for
Villaluz en el
another
medio
way to
campo.
try to
También la
get a similar
presión
result.
por parte del
But they
conjunto
seem
de
just too
Chamos, no
eager to
los quieren
shoot.
dejar pasar. Cabrera tiene que moverla ahora
Like when
por la
number
banda
18
de la
shot from like
derecha.
halfway
Nuevamente
across the
regresa
field,
para
like, yeah, it got
Cabrera.
close.
Va a
It was
buscar a
powerful
alguien
shot,
más
but
arriba a profundidad. Se encuentra con
Ooh.
Quiñones. César Villaluz de
Ah.
Chilena. Estaba buscando hacer un gol maravilloso. Al final termina golpeando a Guerra. Y ese baloncito va a ser para Chávez.
dang, he
Dejó
set
la vida
himself
allí,
up
Guerra,
and then hit him.
Se
Damn,
puso la capa de
that's tough.
superhéroe, porque en caso de que obtuvieran allí la chilena, muy seguramente han
Uy.
activado el arma secreta los Aliens.
Tenemos arma secreta para la próxima jugada. Por mientras, los Aliens querían reventar.
Alright, Los Aliens are
Todo
using
se eligió
a hidden
y
card.
nos vamos a conocer
They're using a
cuál-
special power up
cuál va a
because in
ser
this
el arma
league,
secreta
they
de
get a
la
certain
serie.
amount of cards. Each card has a different
sacaron de la
benefit.
cajita
There was one
Spotify,
that cost
de
like
la maleta Spotify.
each goal costs 2
Aquí
points.
se le entrega
Let's see what they get.
el técnico Ramón Raya.
It's the double goal, the one I was telling you about. All right, so right now for 4 minutes, every goal that Los Aliens make costs 2. So if they make 1 goal, that's 2 goals
Y
right
ahí lo
there.
tienen.
And it's only for their
Hasta
team, I believe.
33-45 más o menos. Tendrán gol doble.
Nada, qué lindo.
¿Y quién no va a estar feliz en una mansión, ah?
¿De qué planeta vinieron todos?
Y se viene modificación también por parte de Aliens, así que
Era-
de esa forma tenemos
it seems
la
that they're gonna be
primera
more
arma
aggressive,
secreta.
which they gotta be
Tenemos también el intento con el que
careful.
buscaba el conjunto de Aliens
Careful
voltearse a
about-
portería. Al
because
final
right now,
tenemos el
The
sprint
opposing
a
team is
favor
going to be a
del
lot more
conjunto
defensive,
de
but Los,
Aliens.
in
Desde la
return,
parte
Los
baja,
Aliens are going to be a
Cabrera,
lot
que
more
ya está
aggressive,
recorriendo el terreno, la
which
abre
could
para
lead them to
Quiñones
get
por la banda de la
counterattacked.
izquierda,
That's kind of a
regresa
double-edged
nuevamente
sword,
para
but
Cabrera por
it
el
works in
medio
their
campo,
favor
y ahora
most
la juega por la
if they
parte
play
de
it
la
right.
derecha. La presión que está teniendo por parte de Chamos, están atentos para en cualquier
They're
momento
just looking
poder
for
robar
an
el
open
esférico.
man, but
Mientras
like I
de la
said,
banda izquierda,
the Maroon
recibiendo la
players are a
presión
lot
por
more
parte de Zurdo
defensive.
Moyo, tenemos también
They're not
este
going to let any
movimiento
shot go
desde
through,
el
especially
medio
with how
campo.
valuable
Cabrera
goals are.
nuevamente la tiene que abrir un poco más, y hay que decirlo, tiene que proponer y tienen que arriesgarse los Aliens si quieren mover ese marcador.
Uno, eso, y dos, también el buen sistema defensivo de los Chamos, ¿no? Ojo.
Uy, espérame tantito porque Zurdo Moyo está
Like I said,
repartiendo
the counterattack is coming through.
recibiendo también el cuerpo por parte de David Cabrera, y de esa forma Chamos no puede continuar la jugada. Aliens que se venía en el contraataque, cambio de juego. Villaluz
Alright,
que
they
ya
managed
está
to stop the
controlando.
counterattack.
Van a pasar ese medio campo, Villaluz buscándola de pierna derecha. Al final vamos a tener movimiento de manos a favor de los del Castro.
Le decía, tienen que
Alright,
estar muy
the-
pendientes,
Los
muy
Aliens gonna
disciplinados
throw
en
in.
defensa en estos 4 minutos o en estos
Let's
pocos
see
minutos que
who he
quedan para
throws
que
it to.
el gol doble
Will this be a
termine
waste of
por
possession? Oh,
no hacer
pass in the
absolutamente
back.
nada en el equipo de los Aliens.
Tenemos a Cabrera que al parecer iba a intentarla, pero al final termina dándosela a Quiñones. El número 10 escondiéndola, regalándosela para Cabrera. Mete centro. A ver, aquí quería irse con José Nieto,
Too long.
pero al final eso no termina.
But
en
that was a
absoluto.
header right there. He shouldn't have gone for
Estará
the
pasando
kick.
por la cabeza del chuletita, ¿eh?
Muchas cosas.
No, le digo, lo veo como si fuera un aficionado más. No ha interactuado el chuletita dentro del juego.
A ver si en unos minutos podemos tener algo diferente, pero ojo, porque Chamos acaba de ganar la posición.
Damn, and they made a goal. Jesus Christ.
Tenemos la reacción, la sorpresa.
That
Cuando
is
Chamos
upsetting.
llega a aprovecharse del error que
Los
tiene
Aliens now
el
need a
conjunto
goal,
de
but they're gonna probably
y
be
de
more
esa forma,
defensive and just
el
try to wait out
conjunto de
time.
Donati y de Yolo están arriba en el marcador gracias al gol de Asdrúbal Arcos.
Tremendo el gol. Error terrible en el retroceso del Chispa Velarde. Como roba de
Went
bien allí
through
Asdrúbal
the
Arcos.
goalie's
Y
hands
cuando se
underneath
deshace el
them,
guardameta,
and then
da la
he went for the
sensación que el
goal.
remate es incómodo.
That's single.
Y termina
That's
por
going
marcar
pretty
el
good.
gol. 3-2 ganan los Chamos. Y tengo fe.
Y
Just
tienes
watching
fe, y
a soccer
aparte
game,
también el
trying to
contraataque
commentate
que
over it.
buscaba Guerra. Termina recuperando el conjunto de
I was gonna have a
Ya la
co-host,
mueve
but
César
he had a
Villaluz,
family
acercándose
emergency,
al
couldn't
mediocampo,
make it in there.
también buscando hacia quién
Make
puede
it on today,
repartir
so I'm
ese
just gonna
balón.
commentate by
Cabrera, el
myself,
número
you know?
7 se hace del balón. Cerca,
Try to keep
cerca,
Chen
Quiñones,
entertained.
ahora metía
It's a pretty good
esa
game
cabeza.
compared to last.
No
Damn.
había nadie para poder definir
Damn.
el centro que
Compared to
quería
last time.
armar Quiñones. Nos vamos a ir al tiro de esquina. Ya se están acercando los jugadores de Castro. Ellos quieren buscar ese empate y en un minuto tenemos que terminaría el gol doble. Así que tiene que aprovechar el conjunto de Aliens. Ya pide centro de cabeza, el rechazo por parte de Guerra. Vámonos a ir a otro tiro de esquina.
Tendrá prácticamente la última jugada para que valga el arma secreta.
Saque de
De
mano,
contraria,
saque de
serían 4 minutos donde no pudieron
I'm not sure if they
dar
can hear me
frutos
or
con
not.
esa arma secreta del gol doble el equipo de los Aliens.
Movimiento de manos por parte de César Villaluz.
Passes it
Bastante,
deep.
bastante
Oh,
bueno.
number 2, that was
El
you.
conjunto de Aliens defendiendo Chamos.
Number 10,
Ahí
you shouldn't
quedó
have waited for
Quiñones,
that.
se
You should
acercaba
have
a la
gone forward.
portería. Al final, muy bien lo que hace el conjunto de
number
Chamos.
10.
Y se viene el contraataque.
they're
Asdrúbal
gonna
con
make
el número
another
13.
one.
Profundidad por la banda de la derecha.
Number
recibiendo
13
la
doesn't have
presión
anyone
por
to
parte
pass it
de
to.
Aliens. Ese balón casi, ahora sí está fuera del terreno de
But he
juego.
gets
Y
a
tenemos el saque
no
a
foul
favor
down.
de los de Castro.
Se termina el gol doble, no le sirvió para nada el arma secreta a los Aliens.
Corre, porque César Villaluz se acaba de quitar una marca, pero en la siguiente barrida los
Jesus.
Chamos le acaban de poner el alto. Tenemos
The
saque de
double
manos
goal
a favor
did more
de
damage
los
to them than it
Aliens.
did to the
Rechazo por
opposing
parte de
team.
Chamos.
Like, yeah, it
César
broke their
Villaluz
morale,
sí,
but the
buscando la
counterattack was just
jugada.
way too strong
Aquí en
for them to
este
stop
centro,
it.
Moyo está recuperando para su equipo. El número 7 ya la quería mover por la parte de la izquierda. Al final
Okay.
Cabrera está
Yep.
recuperando para su equipo. Está encontrando también
So
al
how's your
chico
night going?
Orozco la jugaba con Villaluz. Nuevamente Orozco acercándose poco a poco para poder terminar esa jugada en gol. El disparo que proponía el jugador número 2, Efraín el Chispa Velarde, era para que ese marcador se fuera al empate, pero al final no llega a la definición.
Y es la única posibilidad ya, él es
I
la
thought the
única
goalie couldn't
variante
kick it
que tiene este
himself
equipo
and
de
then
los
grab
Aliens.
it.
Empezar a rematar
Damn, what a
desde
beautiful
media
block, Jesus
distancia.
Christ.
Aunque acorralan al
was
conjunto de
almost
los
in
Chavos,
too,
un equipo que
Jesus.
se defiende muy bien, deja muy pocos espacios.
Uy, espérame, porque Guerra la estaba prendiendo de pierna derecha. Al final ese balón se va por encima de la portería. Y Chamos, aunque tiene ventaja de un gol, sabemos que todo esto
sure.
puede cambiar.
Pero queda muy claro cuál es el plan de partido, ¿no? Lo echamos a
That should
defender,
be in my
buscar el
bio, I
contragolpe,
think.
entendiendo las posiciones largas y la necesidad que tiene el equipo de Castro.
Tenemos movimiento por parte de Aliens, presión muy buena por parte de Chamos. Vamos a tener el saque de manos. La profundidad con el número 2. Estaba buscando Chispa Velarde nuevamente la portería. Pasa al lado de la portería. Y es que hay que decirlo, la definición es lo que le está faltando al conjunto de Aliens para que puedan empatar.
Bueno, si las cosas quedan de momento así, solo le tengo un dato.
¿Qué dato?
Récord Guinness. Los Aliens serían el primer equipo en no ganar absolutamente ningún punto en estas 2 jornadas.
Uy, a ver, no lo sales. Aquí estaba buscando el conjunto de Chamos. Puede venir el regreso por parte de los de Castro. Tenemos la profundidad por la banda de la derecha. César Villaluz de cabeza, quería meter centro. Al final Chamos termina controlando de manera correcta. Y ahí, en ese error, en esa desesperación, está perdiendo la posición. Él les puede sorprender. Otra vez Quiñones está buscándola.
Damn, how's that not a foul? What the heck?
Totalmente limpia por parte de Chamos. Hay que decirlo también lo que hace Arriaga. Tenemos ese movimiento
Castro's
de
asking for him to
por la
check the
parte de la
bar.
izquierda. Él se está recuperando. Por ahí recibía un jalón el jugador de Chamos y va de Aliens y va a hacer para ellos.
Espectacular, la barrida de Jairito Tepe. Espectacular.
limpia.
No, dejó la vida, dejó la vida. Seguramente tiene la pierna izquierda raspada, pero ha dejado la vida porque era prácticamente el gol de los Aliens.
Ahí lo tenemos, ahí lo tenemos. Y Sebas, tenemos
Dímelo.
la votación.
Tenemos votaciones MVP.
Maravilloso, maravilloso. Ya saben en el chat estar votando por ustedes quién es el MVP de este enfrentamiento.
Yo ya lo tengo
Yo
claro.
también. A ver,
Yo
¿cuál es el
también.
suyo? ¿Cuál es el suyo?
Eres tú, Manuel.
No.
Ay, qué romántico.
Para mí es Arriaga, el guardameta de los Chamos.
Ok.
Oye, espérame
del
tantito porque
partido.
estamos teniendo a un Aliens proponiendo por la parte de la izquierda. Quería quitarse la mano, la posesión y al final termina siendo a favor del conjunto. Echamos. Ahora sí, a ver.
No,
La votación, la votación.
entonces.
El mío es Arriaga.
¡Tenemos secreta.
Uy,
Arma.
Le salvó el arma secreta de que Sebastián dijera cuál es para él el jugador del partido.
Que nuestro poeta Sebas está totalmente enamorado de Manuel Barrera, pero aquí todo se vale. Tenemos arma secreta en la próxima jugada.
Sí, todo es profesional.
Ah, no, todos lo sabemos.
Es mi amigo por dinero, nada más.
Ah, caray, eso no se esperaba. Pero bueno, más vale tener las intenciones claras. Quiñones en el centro, buscaba Villaluz. Cabrera termina por controlar ese balón. La presión que ya también está llegando por parte de Chamos. Estamos cerca del minuto 38. 5 segundos, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y también tenemos, aparte del minuto 38, con un diferente balón, el arma secreta.
Sí, vamos a ver cuál es el arma secreta. Lo que sacó el equipo de Sichero en la
Uy,
caja. Fue un shootout espectacular para el equipo de los Chamos. Y sería vital
Shootout.
convertirlo. ¿Por qué, Yael? Porque vamos a llegar a los últimos 2 minutos con gol doble. Es decir, si mantiene la ventaja de 2 goles, o si consigue la ventaja de 2 goles el equipo de los Chamos, a partir de ahí pueden llegar a esos últimos 2 minutos, entendiendo que el gol va a valer doble para estar un poco más tranquilo.
Correcto. Mejor no lo pudiste haber explicado.
Sí,
Muchas
muy
gracias,
bien, Manuel. Hiciste
Muchísimas
muy bien la
gracias.
tarea.
Insisto, he leído muy bien el reglamento.
Yo lo sé.
No, y
He
espérense.
comido mucho papel en estos últimos
Yo
días.
lo sé, Manuel.
Mucha proteína, ¿no? Entonces,
Carbohidrato.
va a ser el zurdo Moyo quien haga este shootout para el conjunto de Chamos FC. Por la parte de la portería de los Aliens, Carlos Rubio López va a tratar de ponerle el alto al marcador, que ese 3-2 no se convierta en 4-2. Así que nos vamos al
let's see how this
zurdo Moyo.
happens.
Ya
Let's see if he's
está
able to
listo
block it.
el número 7 de Chamos buscando
He
el
needs to
gol.
block
Ya
this
sin
or else it's
carrera,
over for
¡Zurdo
them.
Moyo!
Oh, he blocks it.
Maravillosa
What a
la
block.
tapada de
Good
Carlos
God.
Rubio López. Castro está festejando. Castro sabe que su guardameta la trae muy bien puesta la camiseta de los Aliens.
Qué bien, Carlos, imitando lo de... Qué bien Castro imitando a Carlos, ¿no?
¿Le salió?
Qué atajador.
Sí, achicó muy bien.
Levanta el brazo, ¿no? Levanta el brazo derecho.
Achicó muy bien y ahora tenemos los 2 minutos del gol doble.
No me digas.
Sí, estoy nervioso.
Yo también estoy nervioso.
Papi, estoy nervioso.
Yo sé que usted está nervioso, mi querido parcero.
Los ojos a Fe se le convirtieron en azules de los Aliens.
Ay, caray.
Caray. Ahora sí nos vamos a los últimos minutos de esta jornada 2 en el enfrentamiento de los Aliens contra los Chamos. Estos minutos, el gol vale doble. Estamos a tan solo segundos para que ese balón comience a rodar el tiempo. El cronómetro también empiece a correr. Así que ahora sí tenemos cerca. 5 segundos. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Semáforo. Ya alistados en sus marcas, listos fuera. Porque ahora sí, vámonos al final del partido. Rápidamente a velocidad estamos teniendo a los Aliens que pueden ganar la posesión de manera correcta. Muy bien, atentos y sobre todo manteniendo la ventaja con el esférico. Aliens le está buscando por la banda de la derecha. La presión que estamos teniendo también por parte de Chamos. Aliens quieren esa victoria. A ver de qué forma lo van a estar cosechando. Ya se está metiendo Aliens. César Villaluz buscaba darse la media vuelta. Al final Chamos estaba queriendo controlar. Ese balón va a salir del terreno de juego y el marcador hasta el momento es el 3-2.
Y se va a mantener el mismo guión, ¿no? De lo que veíamos viendo en el segundo tiempo. Un equipo de los Chamos replegado, buscando el contragolpe, y un conjunto, por supuesto, de los Aliens que quiere sí o sí el gol doble.
César Villaluz con el centro, buscando a un compañero que no lo encontró, y al final los Chamos terminan reventando.
Mire, está ahí el análisis de Donato, ¿no? Que buscan solo de cabeza. Sí, le ha faltado variantes por momentos al equipo de los Aliens.
Al momento tenemos la ventaja por parte de Chamos. Estaba buscando la profundidad por la banda de la izquierda. Alejandro Guerra de frente tiene a Cabrera. La presión del número 7 de Aliens. Guerra que no quería abandonar ese balón. Están por ahí forcejeándose. Al final el conjunto de Aliens va a tener el saque de mano. Ya Carlos Rubio López es quien la mueve con el Chispa Velarde. El Chispa con el número 2 ya está cerca del medio campo. Ya la sube con Quiñones. Tenemos el centro por parte del número 10. Bastante
Too
ese centro que estaba preparando Quiñones, y al final final. El balón es por
Do they get another loss in the
voy
record?
voy a tener que entrar porque se le están acabando las ideas a los aliens. Se está acabando la idea de los aliens y se está llevando su primera victoria en esta Kings League Santander, el equipo de los chamos.
Ya tenemos el despeje bastante largo por parte de Diego Arriaga, el guardameta de Chamos.
Just wasting for time. Needs to hurry up, pass.
Algo con su equipo y Aliens es quien mantiene.
They still have a little bit of extra time.
Ya encuentra a César Villaluz queriendo buscar algún compañero cerca. Al final Chamos cubre esa jugada. Cabrera, el número 7 de Aliens, ya la está jugando ahora con el Chispa Velarde. El Chispa mete centro de cabeza, rechazo por parte de Sámano y va a hacer nuevamente el movimiento de manos a favor de los Aliens. César Villaluz ya hace el saque buscando
that would have been a beautiful backheel
Al
to
final
someone.
Chamos están también buscando el control. Ese balón sale y vamos a tener tiro de esquina.
Sí, ahí presionaba muy
2
bien.
minutes of
La
extra
pérdida de
time.
balón el equipo de los aliens. Va a ser la última prácticamente. 2 minutos más en la adición.
Tenemos ya
Pass it back,
Cabrera
pass it back.
recibiendo
It
el
took
balón
too
por
late
parte
to
de Villaluz. Villaluz nuevamente ahora con el centro.
Ah.
Estaba buscando Javier el chuletito Orozco de los Aliens FC. Pero al final Diego Arriaga va a también tratar de hacer tiempo para buscar esa victoria y asegurarla.
Creo que el Chuletita va a salir llorando. El Chuletita no ha tenido un buen partido, no se ha sentido cómodo. No es una buena noche.
Just
para
need
el
one goal,
Chuletita.
aliens. Come on,
Tienen que
dudes.
responder, hay que recordar que estos minutos, los últimos segundos, hasta que ese reloj no se consuma, el gol vale
La
doble.
pelota.
Papi, ¿la pelota dónde está?
La pelota, Manuel.
Papi, que la pelota, ¿viste? Ahí está, ¿qué pasa, hermano? Listo. Bueno, ahí está.
Ahora sí, ese balón ya se está moviendo. Tenemos al Chispa tocándola con Quiñones. Quiñones que la mueve con Cabrera. Cabrera con Villaluz por la banda de la derecha. Tenemos el centro. No había nadie para poder responder con Aliens. Y van a ser los chamos quienes ahora mantengan la posesión del esférico. Tenemos saque de manos. Jairo buscando a zurdo. Ahí tenía la presión también por parte de Aliens de cabeza. Ese balón toca en la parte alta de aquí, de la arena Kings. Santander. Los minutos se están consumiendo. Aliens no. Villaluz quería hacer la maravilla. Quería llegar con el empate. Pero ese balón no entró.
Fue la última para el equipo de los Aliens. Van a sumar su segunda derrota en la Kings League Santander y los chamos que con algo de suerte, con garra, con corazón, están logrando su primera victoria en este certamen.
Ahora sí, se vienen los últimos segundos del partido. El conjunto de Aliens están buscando ese empate. Los chamos hasta el momento se llevarían la victoria. Tenemos un saque bastante profundo. Alejandro Guerra que ya buscaba quitarse de encima a los jugadores. Y ahora sí, de esta forma, el sexto partido de esta segunda jornada, el segundo partido de los Aliens en contra de Chamos FC. El marcador termina siendo a favor de los de Yolo y Donato. 3-2 marcador final. Y la victoria es para los chamos.
Sí, un muy buen primer tiempo por parte de los chamos. Ya en el segundo tiempo, ya con el contexto a favor, se dedicaron a defender mucho más. Los aliens que más allá de tener la posesión del balón, pues la verdad es que les faltó finura, les faltó un poco de ideas, de creatividad. Se dedicaron ya sobre el final a bombardear el arco o el área mejor de los chamos con centros y no terminó dando resultado. Eso sí, hay que decir que en los primeros 20 minutos Diego Arriaga, el guardameta del equipo de los chamos, fue la gran figura de este compromiso. Bueno, Yolo, Donato, ¿me escuchan? Primera victoria en Kings League Santander, ¿cómo la sienten,
Mira, se siente muy bien, muy bien. Yo les dije, las serpentinas guárdenselas,
Damn,
porque no saben lo que va a pasar. Ahora tienen que barrer ahora y tristes.
Yo tengo que hablar, Yolo. ¿Qué se sintió?
Me escuchan.
No solamente haber estado llevando tu celebración
yo no les oigo, a
mágica,
ver.
tu carta mágica con ese alien, sino también de esa forma haber regalado ese gran penalti.
No necesitas escucharme, Castro, mira esto.
Hello.
Esto, ¿se entiende?
Bueno.
Mira esto,
Hello.
Creo que Yolo no está, Yolo como que se fue al campo.
Bueno, Donato, entonces, alegría pura ahorita celebrar con un roncito, ¿o qué?
Una buena arepa, no, ron, no. Aquí no tomamos alcohol.
Ah, bueno, muy bien.
No importa, ¿qué? No hay que escuchar nada, se acabó.
No escucha Yolo, pero está feliz y nos dejó un penal
El
espectacular.
chavo se está celebrando,
Castro, this is not FIFA, this is real life.
Ah, caray.
Castro, ¿dónde estás, amigo querido? Talk to me, Castro.
What happened, Castro?
We're 0-2,
Está mudo desde el
right?
principio.
We start off with two defeats.
Qué buena.
Yeah, they
Only I can
lost
say
it.
is it's not the end of the world, right? It sucks to lose,
Wow.
but
They even lost their double
right?
points.
It happens.
It sucks.
And next
Yeah.
week we got another game,
Ahí lo ha
and
dicho.
now
¿no?
we've put ourselves in a position where it's difficult, right? Because we're trying to qualify for playoffs, we're trying to qualify for the World Cup, and we have a big mountain to climb. But I can say that you can climb that mountain, and we're gonna be behind the boys. We're gonna be behind the coach. And really quick, I want to give a huge thank you to everyone that tuned into the stream. Everyone here, make some noise for everybody that stopped by.
Agradeciendo, por supuesto, el apoyo. Entienden que tienen que estar acompañando al técnico, a los jugadores, que solo son 2 derrotas y que muy seguramente ya después vendrán las victorias.
Muchísimas gracias a los presidentes por las palabras y también vamos a conocer cuáles fueron las estadísticas de esta jornada, de este último partido. Aquí lo tenemos.
Mire, cuántos remates tuvo los Aliens y tan solo 7 a porterías. Ahí nos damos cuenta de la poca finura que tuvo, por ejemplo, jugadores como el Chuletita Orozco.
También la
Damn, that
posesión que la
sucks.
tuvo levemente en su mayoría el conjunto de los Chamos, 53%. Y también ya...
Damn. We need to qualify for
Well, this
World
was
Cup,
kind of
true.
expected, I think.
But 2 losses just isn't gonna do it, then.
Yeah, Skyscraper.
Hopefully they can turn
Same
things
team,
around.
same
but,
team, and Skyscraper. That's kind of fucking.
I don't know, dude.
fucked.
I don't know. They might not make it to the World Cup, sadly.
It's just.
I mean, today they looked a
can't
lot
even get
better
on the
than they
site.
did
You
last
can't even
week.
get on the map. You can't even get on the map.
So hopefully
Usually.
they'll just keep improving.
That has nothing to do with the map.
Undefeated from round out. True. That's what we're hoping. That's the belief. That's the hope. That's the culture right there, dude. They're gonna go 0-0 from 9 now, dude. This is the last loss. They're gonna go on the since like a serious training arc.
I don't know where to.
Is it appropriate to watch other people's streams on stream?
They'll never expect it on the ground.
He should have put one in the rappel window over there by B site. That's not a half bad one, but they can just easily knife it. Yeah, you need to put like one right there. Oh, he did. Nice.
Careful some being shit. I mean, these guys don't even shoot defaults.
Because normal Lucy setups
There's
are like
one on south balk.
one right here in
They
the
don't have to
corner.
shoot defaults. They know exactly where we are.
Far south balk, like
Bug it.
coming over from Samurai over.
Honestly, I should do
There's one
this.
right
They're prone looking at it.
Inside of Samurai already.
there. Yeah. Window, I believe.
I killed you.
They're breaking in, I don't know the call out next to barrel, drum.
Drum. What is that room called? Fucking garden, I think.
Okay.
One's coming to geisha window. My wall's open geisha.
Thank you. I got the drone.
He's holding that mean angle, but now that they know he's holding it, they're probably
Did
just
they
gonna
open the
swing
wall?
him. Or try to hit him from the soft wall right there.
On top black, I think. Sounds like it.
Yeah, he's inside dead. Oh my god, he called him late. He could be up top black as well.
Teammate died dragon. I'm holding dragon.
Watch his gameplay later and see where he can improve. I was watching the video. It's 9. Just pull it up real quick.
3 doors down.
forgot where I was at.
Gregory includes a ton of unnecessary details to try to appear honest.
Stole my mom's car,
indicating that he has a memory of extreme.
Drunk. First off, we did that for about an hour.
Just before he launches into this story, he shifts away from everyone, back into the side, away from his sponsor. It seems like he doesn't want to be a part of this conversation anymore.
In that hour or two, I smoked a lot of cigarettes, drank a lot of alcohol.
Why would you smoke cigarettes at 15? Like, what the hell? Like, I've been curious before, but I've never really actually done anything. Yeah.
Didn't watch it. But, so whatever, alright? It's now 1:30, I believe. And I'm back. And we go to where me and my friends we're in the car. And I have to understand, while my friends did come, quote unquote, pick me up, I was the one driving. And I wasn't, and while I had some drinks, I wasn't drunk. I wasn't drunk driving. Like, I was fully lucid, being conscious. So I was driving my mom's minivan. And we drove to this church, and there's a fire pit in the back. And so me and my friends smoked a bit there, drank a bit there. I popped an LSD tab, so my other friends just kind of chilled there, and we would go back and forth between my house to get more money to go to 7-Eleven or other places and get food or drinks or snacks in general. So we traveled a lot between this fire pit and my house, in which case afterwards, and then it was like 5:45.
As he tells this story, it not only changes multiple times and is filled with far too many details than necessary, indicating that he has a memory of extremes, but he's rubbing his nose, touching his mouth, fidgeting with a pen, and then puts his guard back up quickly. All of this indicates that Gregory is experiencing a high level of anxiety. Soon he will show his memory of extremes when he goes from sharing too many details to suddenly leaving something out.
I drove the van home, hopped in to my house. I was wearing black boots and jeans and a gray t-shirt. And I got to my house and I started getting ready for school. Put my bio textbook in my backpack, just started getting ready, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
After this, Gregory's story once again aligns with the one he told earlier. His mom dropped him off at school and he went through his day like normal until the 6th period.
At 1:10, after 5th period, I met with my friends. We walked off campus, stopped to go to the bathroom of the woods. It's not really necessary detail, but that is what happened. And then piled in my friend's car, and we drove to my house. We picked up some more money. Then we drove to the fire pit again, and we smoked more cigarettes there, talked. One of my friends, this is the same kid that was suicidal, and I snuck out of the night for him, but I just sneaked out. I stole my mom's car like I did Thursday night, and I drove it over to his house, and I talked to him. Stuff. And so this is one of the kids, and so we were just talking about life problems and how to deal with them and just all this shit.
Gregory is once again trying to make himself look like a good person and an honest person by telling on himself, and then bolsters this by including the story about helping his friend.
And we were shooting the shit at this fireplace and smoking cigarettes and just kind of chilling. And then we basically went back home, and they dropped me off. And then from then on.
Note that Gregory says he basically went back home, along with a super extended and then, followed by a long pause before he answers. He's clearly mentally skipping something, but he makes a poor attempt at covering it up as it's pretty obvious, especially as there will be several more pauses throughout his story.
It's pretty much the same. I noticed my mom's car was there, the lights were on, I walked into the house, everything was everywhere, door busted, and all that shit, whatever. I already told you.
Give me a third
looking
catch
for my
up
mom.
or reactions.
Wasn't here
All
when
right, so basically, this kid, 15 years old, walked into his house. Everything was a mess. So it looked like a burglary, and he couldn't find his mom anywhere. So now his mom's missing. He's currently being investigated because he's a prime suspect. Also, he has some. Let's see where it's at. He has some wounds that look like defensive wounds. Not sure where they show the picture of him, but yeah. And so he's saying that he was assaulted by a friend. He got punched because his friend was mad at him for one of his exes grinding on him, which okay. And then they made up on it. So right now the police are suspicious that he's probably the one that did something to his mom because he's trying to he has so many he has clear details about everything except to like what happened to his mom. So that they feel like he's lying. And then when he opened up to this guy, he said like I've done a lot of things in my past. And then that he said that it was irrelevant to this case. And so right now they're just investigating him.
Finally, after hours
interrogating
of
him, trying to see
the truth. At face value, this information might not seem relevant to finding Gregory's mother, but Sergeant Pagliari has a suspicion that it just might be more important to the case than anyone realizes.
Who were you with last night? What's their names?
Sorry, now they're just cracking story in his
How did you get out of the
case.
house? Window. Or your bedroom? Yeah. Wearing black boots, jeans, black jeans, right? Oh, by the way, I forgot to say.
Yeah, he's 15 years old.
Because I smell like smoke. Okay. So black boots
But
and black
he
jeans.
smokes and drinks, I guess.
It's just jeans. Blue jeans? Yeah. Okay. Well, they're not pink or purple or gray. They're just standard blue. Yeah. Gray t-shirt. Yeah.
The detective appears to be trying to mirror Gregory's language, which is a pretty common tactic in rapport building. Mirroring verbal language serves the same purpose as mirroring nonverbal language. It helps with connection and trust.
So now it's you and Dylan. Who else? Brian. You picked up Brian and Dylan also? Yes. Mom's minivan? It was us three. It was us three. Us, you three. Yeah. You drank?
And apparently he drives too. So, damn. That's wild.
What were you drinking? Alcohol? What type? Like a beer, liquor? Tequila? Tequila.
Damn.
Who brought the tequila to the party? Dylan. Tequila. Smoking what? Cigarettes. Just cigarettes? Yes. And these guys, Dylan and Brian, dropped you off today. Great. At your house. Well, I told you they dropped me off at right here. Winn-Dixie? Or no, where the hell are you talking about? Where's that place they said they dropped you? This is High Banks. So they dropped me off here. I walked the rest of the distance. So it's not possible that Dylan and Brian came to your house after they dropped you off, stole your shit and killed your mom. Is that possible? Well, I'd see them drive past me. Okay. Well, I have to ask because, again, I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened to your mom.
No, smoker, drinking, drive before junior high school. True.
I saw them throughout the school day. And so if whatever happened to my mom, I don't even know what the fuck happened, but whatever happened to my mom, it happened during the school day, obviously, because when I got home, she wasn't there and the house was ransacked, so obviously something, whatever.
Gregory repeats the word obviously, which is a way to push his narrative. Remember, the more you repeat something, the more likely others are to believe it.
So none of that's missing. You didn't take to go trade for drugs or anything else? No. Okay. Did your friends? No. Okay. Now, you understand that, hopefully you understand, that this could have been flushed out hours ago. Yeah, I do. So I want to give you some credibility. I mean, what's that got to do with, you said you want your...
Also, the reason they're being so hard on him right now is that earlier he was caught in a lie. And so right now, this dude doesn't really believe what he's saying, but he's trying to convince him, like, hey, just be honest with me. I'll believe you more. And so he's slowly breaking down this wall of lies and trying to get to the truth. Because I'm pretty sure they already believe that he's the one that did something to his mom. Even though I don't think they know where she's at right now.
Have answers. This isn't any answers from me. I mean, this is you going out, being a teenager, stealing your mom's car, and doing some... I thought you were going to tell me that you know what happened to your mother. Like, somebody killed your mom? I don't know what happened. I already told you. Okay. I'm giving you my alibi. So you know what? Off my mom.
Stating that he's given his alibi is certainly odd, and rather than actually denying being involved, Gregory seems to be fixated on his story.
Okay. You're not getting hostile with me, are you? I'm here to help you. Yeah, no, but I'm not trying to get hostile. Okay. It's just the fact that... Well, you have to understand that you could have told me this before, but now... did this guy, Joe, punch you in the face yesterday? Is that legit? Yeah, it is.
This is the first time we see Gregory get really flustered, though we've seen him do a lot of self-soothing throughout. Perhaps he's realizing he's still not out of the woods, but little does he know this interview is not going to go the way he hoped.
Okay, so Brian saw the guy punch you in his face. Did Dylan see this guy punch you in his face? No, he wasn't there. He wasn't there, but Brian's gonna vouch for you. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure, because again, I wanna. If you can't understand that I'm taking some of the things that you say with a grain of salt.
Making Gregory think that his friends might not corroborate his story and planting a seed of doubt that his friends will give a different story, the detective is using the prisoner's dilemma to try to get him to be honest.
Then no, I fully understand. Okay. But yeah. So neither one of them know that my mom is missing.
Sergeant Pagliari gives Gregory one last chance to tell the truth before they verify his story with evidence.
I want you to look at me real quick, because I'm about to tell you. I want you to understand the magnitude of it. Okay. So earlier in our conversation, I've been very transparent with you. I've told you some of our tactics and things that we're going to do. I told you that we're going to verify your story, right? Yes. Okay. So one aspect of your story, obviously, is a rundown Brian and Dylan. Okay, who you said you were with last night, and who you were with today. Okay. Correct. So think carefully about this. Okay. What do you think Dylan or Brian is going to say? Like about me? Yes. They're probably going to act like they don't know me. Or they'll verify everything I've said. Why would they act like they don't know you? They don't want to get involved. Involved in what? Like, involved with my problems? I guess, I don't know. Point of the matter is, yeah, if you write them down whenever you do that, whenever you want to do it. Like right now we're doing it. Oh, you are? Yeah. Yeah, they'll verify my story. They're going to do what? They'll verify what I'm saying. Which is that you have nothing to do with the murder of your mother. My mom was murdered? What do you think? I don't know. I didn't think she was murdered.
While Gregory continues to sit in the hot seat, two other detectives sit down with his friend Dylan Siglarek. Little do they know, Dylan is about to break their case wide open.
Yeah, what's going on, man? Not much. How you doing, Dad? Steve Wheeler, I'm a detective with the Sheriff's Office, Detective Mike Cox. How are you? Pretty all right. How you doing? Mind if we have a moment of your time? Yeah. You already have an idea what we're doing? Anybody contact you about anything? No. Okay. Have you talked to Greg today?
I saw him at school.
How good of friends are you guys?
I mean, I talked to him, but we're not like super close.
Okay. Who is he super close with?
I don't really know. I don't talk to him that much to really find out. I only have like 2 close friends myself, so.
Okay. Who are your close friends?
There's Brian. He's a really good friend of mine. And then, yeah, really Brian. He's like the only person I talk to on a daily basis.
What's his last name?
Juarez.
Juarez?
Dorras.
Do you know another kid named Joey? Joey Jr. or something like that? That may be friends with Greg?
No. I mean, I don't know people by names really, so like I might have seen him, but I don't know him.
While this isn't definitive proof of whether or not Gregory's story so far has been true, there seems to be some discrepancies in the statements given by both of the boys. Dylan doesn't know who Joel is, and maybe it's because there's an entirely different reason that Gregory has scratches on his face. Not only that, but he also seems to be downplaying his relationship with Gregory. According to Gregory, he had saved Dylan from taking his own life. It seems strange that Dylan wouldn't consider Gregory a close friend after such an incident.
Have you ever gone to Greg's house?
Yeah. I'm in a Greg's house.
Okay. When do you think the last time you were over there?
I mean, probably last time I worked with him. Right? Last time I worked with him. So, like, Saturday.
Okay, so recent.
Like, is he okay, though?
So, Greg's fine. Okay. Dad's fine. Everybody's fine except his mom. That's the problem. His mom is gone. We don't know where she's at. We have no idea where this lady is at. We have zero idea where this lady is at.
And that's why we're here talking to you, because we know you're friends with Greg.
Yeah, I was just worried for him.
Yeah.
Greg's fine.
I mean,
it looks like he got in a fight. He said he got in a fight there at school, which is why we were trying to figure out what was going on there, because it's going with all the leads that we possibly can. So
for now, Dylan is aware that he needs to watch everything he says, but later on, he won't be so careful. As soon as he mistakenly thinks the cameras aren't rolling, he will make some truly shocking statements without realizing he's being recorded.
She's missing today? Yes. She's missing today. She's missing right now. And they have no idea where this lady went. There's some unusual circumstances around it that it's abnormal. And
enough abnormality to get a bunch of detectives out here.
Yeah, we were both at home, and they called us and said, "Hey, we need you guys to come in. We need to start talking."
With some general information gathered from Dylan, the detectives start verifying his story.
The only time you saw Greg today was in the morning and in the afternoon at lunch, and you haven't seen him since?
I didn't really see him, no.
What do you mean you didn't really see him?
Like, I didn't face-to-face kind of thing. So I'm walking, but...
When?
After lunch, and then before I left.
Okay, but not out of school?
No.
And Greg never left early and got a ride with you guys at all?
No, I was with Brian.
It's clear that Dylan and Brian are incredibly close and seemingly spent the day together. Wanting to make sure that they have every angle on this story, detectives are sent to question Brian as well.
How you doing, sir? Are you Brian?
Shut up! Yeah.
Hey, Brian, I'm Detective Wheeler. This is Detective Johnson.
Yeah.
We need to talk to you. So, can we come in and talk to you?
Here, let me step out real quick. Sorry, you just woke me up.
Sorry, man. Well, here's the deal, man. We need to talk to you about that burglary happened over at Greg's house today.
Yeah?
You know anything about it?
He messaged me that something happened. That's all I've heard, though.
Yeah? Did you see Greg today?
That's cool.
What time?
From last I saw him was lunch.
Did you see him after lunch?
What?
Did you see him after lunch?
No, I was in class. That's really like one of the last times I saw him, so.
So far, it seems like Brian and Dylan's stories are adding up. However, it doesn't take long before Dylan makes a mistake.
Did you ever know Greg to have a, how do I describe this? A mean streak, per se, in him? You ever seen him get angry?
Like anger issues.
Angry, yeah, any indication that he has it in him. Does he have a lot of anger built up? Does he have a lot of animosity against anything?
He's gonna be like, hell yeah, dude, he got that white rage in him, dog.
Or anyone?
Like have hate for anything, but he has anger, yeah.
What's he have anger about?
Just, he's like anyone, something little, it just make him angry out of nowhere.
Did you ever see him snap?
No, I've never seen him snap.
How do you know he has anger?
Just, I've just seen him angry, like, about stuff.
What kind of things?
I didn't really ask about it.
Being
It's
seen
not
with
really
him.
mine.
He's an insult watch.
How did he act when he was angry? I mean, does
He just,
he shut down? Does he get fired up? Does
he
he?
shuts down. He just doesn't want to talk to him when he gets angry.
Has he given you anything to hold of his from that house?
Last week, he let me borrow his bow, if you want that.
What'd you borrow it for?
I thought it was cool. I actually don't even know how to shoot it.
So what'd you borrow it for?
I thought it was cool.
So you thought it would just be cool to have in your room?
Yeah, I collect plague, stuff like that. Like, I have a knife that's also way lighter. Just interesting stuff.
What were you gonna do with the bow? Look at it?
Yeah, pretty much.
You were gonna shoot it at all?
I don't know.
Was there arrows with it?
No. It was just the bow. I have no idea how to shoot it. So
that kind of seems odd, though.
Most thing I've ever shot is a BB gun, to be honest.
This is an immediate red flag for the detectives. Gregory had listed his bow as one of the items that were stolen from his house. If Dylan has possession of the bow, that means either he stole it or Gregory lied to the sergeant.
I'm gonna ask you a couple more things.
Yeah.
I swear from the information you're about to give me is true and correct and best of your knowledge. Okay. You and Greg left school together today, didn't you? Okay. You didn't walk off campus today?
I walked off campus.
Did Greg walk with you?
I walked with Brian.
Okay. You walked with Brian. And where did you walk to?
To Brian's truck.
Okay.
Tracker.
His what?
Tracker.
His tracker. And you went where?
I went here.
And what did you do when you got here?
I got him clothes.
Okay.
Me and Brian drove around, and I went to work.
Although Dylan is claiming that he's telling the truth, his story is quickly starting to contradict Brian's.
So I picked up Greg this morning, right? After I picked up Dylan. And then the morning times I really don't talk to them. I just pick them up and bring them to school because I'm tired. I'm not a morning person at all. And then I went to school, went through my classes like usual. Lunchtime I saw them, okay? And then after lunch, that's really like one of the last times.
I mean, if you're a killer, why would you put so much faith in random people like that, especially that don't really know you like that? But the fact that he like put so much faith in them is kind of disturbing. But I guess they're his only friends because he does seem like a loner type of individual.
I'm just off, so.
What time do you leave school?
Sometimes he goes to the 7th, sometimes he doesn't.
What time did you leave school?
What time did I leave?
Brian repeats the question here to give himself some time to think about his answer. He will repeat part of the question again in a moment, making you wonder why he needs to think about this answer when it should be easy to remember.
I left after 5th period.
Who'd you take with you?
With me, it was me and Dylan. And Greg, but I took
where
him
did you
home.
go?
I took him back
To his house.
As the detectives continue to dig for the truth, Dylan eventually cracks.
We walked off campus. We went to his house. He gave me his stuff to hold.
What stuff?
I can show you.
Tell us what it is.
He gave me his gaming laptop, his gaming PC. He gave me his bow that I borrowed.
Today?
Hold that.
He gave you his personal computer too? And the bow?
And the bow.
Why did he give you? So it's a laptop, a gaming laptop, a PC, and a bow?
It's a gaming PC.
Okay. Gaming PC, a bow, and what else?
Don't know what else, honestly.
And then what?
Why did he give them to you to hold? Did he tell you?
He said he was in trouble, so he gave me it. And I drove off. I came here. I put it in my closet. And I went to work. After he gave me the stuff, I went to work. I didn't do anything else. I have a job to do.
Okay. Why did he say he was giving you that stuff?
What kind of trouble is he in?
I don't know what kind of trouble he's in, but got there and the house looked really torn up. So he told me to take this stuff. I mean, I get what it was looking like.
So you got to the house with Greg and Brian.
Just the driver.
Did Brian get out? Did you all go inside the house?
We got to the door. He ran in. I looked inside. I could see it all messed up. He ran out, gave me that, gave me the bow. He threw a couple of the things that we ended up just throwing out. And then I came back here.
What did you throw out?
We threw out like a computer and a printer and just like small stuff like that.
Threw it out where?
We just found a random dumpster and threw it in there.
Where's this random dumpster?
The Winn-Dixie parking lot.
With this confession from Dylan, all of the supposedly stolen items mentioned by Gregory are now accounted for. As detectives try to find out what kind of trouble Gregory might have been in, Dylan makes a shocking and disturbing confession.
I'm sorry for lying.
I know, but now's the time to get it all out. All of it. So tell us what happened.
I mean, he's done this much. He's given you personal items for you to hide or to hold.
Looks
That's
like a
not
pretty
suspicious to
expensive
you,
piece.
and it's
yeah.
not suspicious to you that you guys hold
Dylan
on.
knows. He knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell him.
Yep.
Tell us whatever.
It's okay, man. It's not on you.
Pretty much what happened. Me and Brian, we were driving to school this morning, and he called me and Brian. Said, hey, something big happened. He wouldn't say it on the phone, so me and him had to go get him. Then he gets in the car, and he says, I did it. I really did it. I killed my mother. So we drove to school. We did the entire day. We left early.
Why would they cover
And
for
we
this
get back
guy?
to the
What the
house.
hell?
He says, take this.
Greg did say something happened between his mother. It was kind of fuzzy because he seemed like he was kind of shooken up. So he said something happened, and like I said, he was really shooken. So he told me something about how his house was messed up. So we went over there, and he asked if I could take some of his stuff, right? He said he needed to get rid of some of the stuff in his house. So we go in there, and we grab some of the stuff out of his house.
So you did go in the house?
Yes, and we put it in the tracker, and he told us what needed to be like kept and what needed to be thrown away. So we stopped and we threw away, like you said, the printer, the jukebox. Yeah. Where else did we stop? The church, right up there in High Banks.
What happened at the church, buddy?
Greg had he put one of the, like a trunk, he put that in the water.
What was in the trunk, buddy?
A whole bunch of random stuff. Like just junk that you'd see like a garage sale.
After hours of investigation, interrogation, and turmoil, detectives finally are getting to the truth. Despite having this horrid information, there's still so much they need to know. But Brian is still reluctant to admit one crucial detail.
What was said? What did Greg tell you? Don't cover up for Greg.
I'm not trying to cover for Greg.
If he said it, then he said it. And then, you did what you did, and that can be explained. Mm-hmm. But don't sit here and just continue to lie to us, all right?
Okay.
You and Greg are buddies.
There's more than one person here. It's not just you. Remember that.
By stating there's more than one person here, the detective is clearly using the prisoner's dilemma with Brian.
There's two other parties involved. It's not just you, okay?
So it's not like we came here blind. Looking for answers.
Yeah, I can tell that by how much you guys already know and all that, so.
Just tell us what he said.
He said that he's telling me like an argument, or not really argument, but he told me that like, it's hard to say. It's
just
honestly.
Just say it. We've probably already heard it.
Yeah, he said that he killed his mother, and I didn't really believe it, so.
Okay, all right.
With both boys having claimed that Gregory killed his mother, the detectives are inclined to believe that they're telling the truth. Although Brian is claiming that he didn't believe Gregory's claims, it's hard to imagine that he wouldn't get suspicious after helping stage the crime scene. No matter what Brian or Dylan want to believe, they helped their friend cover up the brutal and shocking murder of his own mother. As the detectives prepare to
Wait, are they going to be tried as accomplices?
Inform Sergeant Pagliari about what they've learned, one of them notices that Dylan isn't doing too well.
Yeah. You okay? I know your history. I just want to make sure that you're not thinking about harming yourself or anything. Dylan, you okay? I know it's tough.
I don't feel anything for it.
You don't feel anything for what? What do you mean you don't feel anything for it?
There's like a part of me that knows I should feel bad, but I can't feel anything for it. Hey, what do I do?
Listen, just do what you're doing. Sitting here talking to me, okay? I can understand. You're probably not feeling anything because you haven't really processed it yet. You haven't processed what happened.
While one detective comforts Dylan, the other is quick to get Sergeant Pagliari on the phone and let him know what they've discovered. Armed with this new information, Pagliari sits down for one final confrontation with Gregory. But even with everything they know, none of them could have been prepared for what exactly Gregory would say.
Do you think, and I'm going to ask you this, I've asked this before, okay, because in your hearts of hearts, looking at me face to face, are you a man of integrity? Do you know what that is?
I do know what it is.
Okay. Are you a person of integrity?
I don't think I have the best character. I think I have character flaws, but on the up and up, usually I try to be as honest as possible. And when I'm not, it's because I'm being selfish. I can admit that.
Okay.
I tend to be selfish, and that's a problem I have. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm going to do this. I want you to look at me in my eyes. Okay?
He's so forthcoming
with
this his character.
Did you kill your mother, take things from your house, distribute them amongst your friends, come in here today, and lie to my face, and say that you didn't do that?
No.
No what?
I didn't do that.
You didn't kill your mother?
No.
Okay.
Notice Gregory's complete stillness. He's working as hard as possible to lie. He's making constant, intense eye contact, and then has no reaction to the accusation. An innocent person would be furious or completely shocked at being accused, angry their friends turned on them. It would show, but from Gregory we see almost nothing.
All right, so sit back down. I don't believe you. Why? Well, the good news about it is that all those things that were missing from your house, we found them. Where? You tell me. I'll give you a clue. It's one of your buddies.
Are you saying my friends robbed my house?
Is that what you took out of this? Is that I'm saying that your friends robbed your house? The same friends who, by the way, were at school all day and who dropped you off. Here, I'll refer to your little map here, bud. Remember this. They dropped you right here on High Banks and whatever the hell this road is. And I asked you earlier, is it possible that your two friends could have went to your mom's house and killed your mom and taken those things?
Yeah,
you said that's impossible because they would have been driven past you and then you would have saw them. The time is up, Greg. The time is up. We found the stuff, Okay. Okay? Your buddies turned us onto it. Now you need to tell me what happened, because they've already told me what happened. Told my pals what happened. So you need to come to Jesus. You're a religious man. You prayed with your mom. You need to tell me what happened.
So what did they tell you?
I'm not telling you what they told me, because I don't have to tell you what they told me. You tell me what happened.
I already told you what happened.
Tell me you didn't kill your mother.
I didn't.
Who killed your mother?
I have zero clue.
Who took this to your house?
Well, you just told me. Apparently it's my friends.
And when did these think they did that?
I have zero clue.
Do you honestly believe the things that are coming out of your mouth?
Yeah.
So when your buddy...
Well, the fact that they have his friends' photos, I'm pretty sure they did get accused as an alibi, as an accomplice.
He says that you told him you killed your mother. He's lying.
After being backed into a corner, Gregory remains silent for quite a while before something snaps inside him and divulges one of the most chilling confessions we've ever heard.
Oh, good, whatever. All right, I'll tell you what happened. All right, so I got home. I got in an argument with my mom. She slapped me across the face. She began to hit me. She started beating me. I didn't like it, so I strangled her to death. I put her in a wheelbarrow. I put her in my car. I took the car. I had a mental breakdown where I was committed suicide 3 times.
As he talks, Gregory adds in, I almost had a mental breakdown and thought about taking his own life, even as he's in the middle of admitting to killing his mom. He still wants to appear to be the victim. This is very classic narcissistic thinking and behavior.
I drove around Daytona. I dropped the wheelbarrow in some random-ass location, and I drove back to the church. I began to dig a hole. I dig a hole right under the fire pit. I dug a pretty deep hole. Pretty deep. Deep enough to fit a body in, all right? All this time, my mom's decomposing body, I dragged it from my car to the fire pit, in which case I tried to cut the wedding ring off her finger because I wanted to pawn it, but I couldn't because I didn't have a knife strong enough to cut bones. Oh, well, whatever. Anyways, so I dug that hole, threw her body in there, filled it back in, made it look all nice and natural, dumped my clothes, and then I went home, and I caught a ride to school with my friends, and yeah.
What about the part that you staged a crime scene?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part. Oh, so in the middle of the night, I realized that, hey, if my mom just up and disappears, that's not going to make any sense. So I decided to make it look like a boxed robbery. So I just went to my house and I just threw shit everywhere, which looked pretty convincing. Yeah.
And yeah, again, not what I want to hear. Why did you drag your 2 buddies into this and give them the stolen
Because I needed to get rid of it.
Gregory's complete lack of remorse is disturbing, to say the least. And it only gets more horrifying as he doubles down.
I think you have to realize that with my mom beating up and hitting on me, it wasn't like me being like, I've waited ages for this, and then I kill her. No, this was extremely out of impulse, out of me getting beaten the shit out of me. So I just was like, done with it. So I grabbed her neck and I strangled her. So it was out of complete impulse.
He murdered someone and is still trying to appear to be the victim. What the hell, dude?
Which doesn't make it any better, but the point of the matter is I was shaken up, obviously.
So your mother talked to your father on the phone. When did you strangle your mother?
I don't know. 12:30.
Where was she at when you did it?
What?
Where was she?
In the room.
Which room?
Her room.
Sleeping?
No, she woke up.
She woke up after you had your hands around her throat?
No, she woke up when I entered her room.
And what happened then?
She's like, what are you doing?
What did you say?
And I said, listen, you have to understand that I was not. The stuff that was on my face right now was a lot worse, and I wasn't feeling good, and I said, why'd you have to hit me? I said, you said that you wouldn't do that again, but you did it anyways. Why did you have to do that? And she's like, well, whatever, blah, blah, you
stop.
Yeah.
Whatever, blah, 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 we covered that. Yeah. I don't want to hear it. What'd she say?
She was like, well, you were being a dick. And is that really warrant?
Let it out now. Oh, yeah, it's important. I want you to tell me.
No. Does that really warrant? Not important. Does that really warrant? I'm not being a dick. I already explained to you the conversation that I had with her, all right? It's still about my bio grade. It's still about all that shit, right? Mm-hmm. And it's the same conversation I had with her. But it's the same conversation. It's just, like I said, I escalated to screaming and yelling, and then she started hitting me. And I did not hit back. I did not punch her back because, like I said, I wouldn't do that.
Gregory is making a lot of referral statements by saying, like I said, over and over. He's trying to find a way to maintain his story wasn't complete lies by pointing out the pieces of truth he said before.
Until I realized that if I let her keep on beating me around and basically letting her just do whatever she wanted, that eventually it was either going to be me or her. And so I made a decision.
According to Gregory, his mother's murder was a preemptive self-defense, but that doesn't justify such a horrifying and unforgivable crime. He continues to share more grisly details of the cold-blooded attack.
Put your hands around her neck. Was she facing you when you did it?
Yeah.
You extend your arms and put your hands around her throat.
Yes.
And squeezed.
Yeah.
What did she do?
I mean, what can you do in that situation?
You tell me what she was doing.
Well, I forced her onto the ground and I was strangling her.
Christ.
And she was trying. She was clawing my arm. She was whatever. I mean, you can probably see on my hand where in this crease here, I was putting so much stress on it because I was over it. I realized that it was either her getting so angry at me one day that she just takes out a kitchen knife and stabs me, or it was me getting so angry with her that I strangled her to death. And so I took the latter because I didn't want her to kill me. I didn't think that was fitting. That wouldn't have worked out. So I just took action instead.
Gregory seems to really struggle to come up with an explanation here. I didn't think that was fitting is particularly odd phrasing in the middle of a confession. Though he admitted he killed her, he's trying his hardest to make it self-defense with a roundabout justification. Though it sounds completely unbelievable, it's likely he's probably actually convinced himself of this.
You threw her, you forced her to the floor, and you took the life out of her. And then
That's on her all.
I felt nothing.
Not
On this
all
day,
of them,
30
dude.
minutes. You choked your mother.
Alright. All true. Oh. Not just because it's like not most either, dude. It's just a small percentage. Like that gets overexposed. It's like legit. It's the same as racism. Like you have an experience with one bad actor, you decide to hate an entire thing. Like that's just preposterous. Like you gotta like there's a bunch of straight people that are also pedophiles, but there's also like it's the same all around. Like not all straight peoples are pedophiles, but those small percentages that are the ones that often get like highlighted. So it's gonna be the same with them. Like saying that all of them are disgusting pieces of shit is just completely out of pocket, dude. Like you can't just say that all of them are. Just say like a percentage of them are, and that's fact. Like yeah, if you don't like that, like there's not much that you can change about it. But like legit, just trying to classify all of them as it is just completely like out of pocket and extremely hateful. It's not even most, I don't think. Child exploitation. Exploiters. I don't even think that's a. Alright. LGBTQ. Child trafficking statistics. They can be reached. Rain. They can't be reached. I respect your argument, but look at what they're trying to do in school. Trying to group friends. I probably rather there so we're coming for it. I think it's just taken extremely out of context because when they say like we're coming for your children, they don't actually mean like they're legit just hunting out there like, oh yeah, I want to get my paws on that. I think they're more so like, you know what, we want to show kids that it's alright to like the same gender, which is a whole different thing like outside of it. Because personally I think you should just let kids have fun. Then once they like at least like wait until they like finish like middle school, all that, like you shouldn't be like in K through 8. As soon as they reach high school, maybe, because at 13, that's usually when you like start hitting puberty, start knowing what you like. Me personally, that's when I learned it. I'm just saying off of like experience. But yeah, you should just wait until like they're in high school, then they can make their own decisions. And like people that are trying to give like HRT to kids to give them transitions early is like kind of wild. You should wait until you're an adult. There are some people that argue against that because they're going to feel uncomfortable. But then if they do it too early, they're going to end up like that one. What's her name? My name is Jazz Person. Jazz Jennings. Because I'm pretty sure she started transitioning to early, and it like caused some effects. Their procedures again. Successful bottom surgery. Left his sister supported both. I'm pretty sure they had like a bunch of like bad stuff happening to them. But again, but what you're saying is just taken out of context. Like, yeah, you should leave, like, again, like, this is just my opinion, just like, we should just leave all sexuality, like, as soon as they reach 8th grade, probably. That's when I think, like, just as soon as they hit puberty, pretty much. And, like, you shouldn't really be, like, trying to, like, show kids that, like, I don't know. But yeah, lumping all of them and just saying, like, what's a good example? All right. I can make the same argument about people of Palestine when they say from the river to the sea, because that's technically calling for the death of all of Israel. That's not what they really mean, but that's what's taken out of context. It could be used as a dog whistle. It couldn't. Like, it's up to the person at that point, you know? Me personally, I'm fine with whatever you like, dude. It's just that extremely hateful opinions. I would like to try to correct you guys, because it's the same with racism. It's just like doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, yeah, there's some bad actors that will try to do bad stuff with underage people. They could be any color, any race, anything. They can be any sexuality. It's just the depravity that we really do need to either find like a source of, or you need to find a way to get rid of it. But lumping an entire group of people into that is just like really bad, you know? Anyways, back to the video.
On the floor to death for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
How'd you know she was dead?
Okay, actually, let me rephrase this. I choked her to death, and I thought she was dead, and I went to go get the will.
Another good example that I can come up with is like there's a bunch of white people murdering their moms. Does it mean that every single white people are mom murderers? No. Just like I'm not lumping this 15-year-old as a demographic of the entire white people. Like, I'm not going to just be like, oh yeah, all white people kill their moms, because it could be anyone. It's just a mental illness, you know?
Wheelbarrow, and then she was moving, so I had to get back on top of her and finish the job. And then once she wasn't resisting when I was dragging her dead body across the floor, I knew she was dead.
Gregory continues with his crude and detached tone as he describes how he disposed of his mother's body.
Well, listen, dead bodies are heavy. They're a pain in the ass to carry. I was like, all right, well, this is easy, simple fireman's carry, right? I'm just pick her up, whatever, bring her to the car, throw her in there. Nah, this is heavy. So I got the wheelbarrow, I dragged her out to the stairs, and then I positioned the wheelbarrow in the way so I could basically just, like, muscle her body into the wheelbarrow just perfect enough to where I could get her into the car, actually into the wheelbarrow, without having to, break my back.
Okay. So you take her to the car. Where do you put her in the minivan?
I just shoved her in there.
In the very back?
Yeah. Open up the trunk, just kind of. I put 2 belts around her legs, and then I dragged her into the car.
2 belts around her legs and dragged her into the car?
Yeah, I tied 2 belts. I had like a belt around her ankle and a belt around her ankle, and I tied them together, and I used it as a crutch.
So you were in the van and just dragged her, like, from inside the van and dragged her from the wheelbarrow into the back of the van?
Yeah, it was a bit to do, but yeah, I did it.
As Gregory describes his next steps, we get a fascinating glimpse into the twisted mind of a teenage murderer.
Okay. So you pull her into the back of the car, and then where do you go?
Well, I threw a wheelbarrow in there, and I was like, and I got the shovel, and I was like, okay, let's do this. Whatever, it's easy. Then I had about to break down. I was like, holy shit, blah, blah, whatever.
Nope. Blah, blah, whatever. What's that mean? Fill it in.
Like, whatever, holy shit, what am I doing? Or whatever, destroying my future, blah, 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 whatever.
The repeated blah 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 statements show the fascinating but disturbing dichotomy of how Gregory presents as intelligent as well as very childish. This is the hallmark of most teens, but it's extremely chilling when tied to discussing murder.
Basically I was basically reasoning with myself, do I deserve to live? And I realized that I did the thing I did out of self-defense. I mean, sure, she wasn't hitting me in the moment, but it would have eventually just gotten worse and worse and worse. It's always gotten worse and worse and worse over the years. But
It was just a matter of time. I was on the highway, I was driving, and then I realized, well, I had lots of thoughts going through my head. My original thought was, oh, well, you know, what if I just dump my mom's body in some random ass location with a wheelbarrow, and then I just go on the run, right? And then I realized, where would I go? I mean, I have my sister's house in Michigan, yeah, but she just turned me to the cops, and whatever, I'm not going to get out of the country in whatever, how many hours they find her body, so it's not worth it. And I was like, well, I could just go into oncoming traffic. I mean, it's really busy in this area for some reason. I could just move my car into oncoming traffic and myself. And I was like, nah, it's a pussy ass way to go. I'm not going to do that. All right, so I just decided, well, okay, well, I guess we're just back at square one, so I'm going to go back to where I started.
Gregory continues to narrate the account, and he doesn't hesitate to share the disgusting details about what he did to his mother's body.
Drove the body back to the church, and to dig the hole, realized that my phone flashlight's not going to be enough, go back to the house, get a new flashlight. Then, this is, by the way, this is me. When I'm talking about me going back to my house to get money, it's just me trying to make excuses for my phone being in certain places. I should have just trashed my phone like I did with my mom's, but I didn't really want to do that because I was listening to music and whatever. I was gonna get caught anyway, so there's no point. And so I get a couple candles, I get flashlights, I get whatever, and then get the area lit up, dig, realize that the body smells terrible. It smells like Jesus Christ, you smell a dead body? Oh, I smell a dead body? Yes, sure I have. Yeah, they smell like
Casually listening to music while digging a grave and be so comfortable discussing the smell of his mother's dead body show his complete lack of empathy beyond the remorselessness he's displayed so far.
So I was like, okay, you get something clean up. So I went to my house, got a can of bleach, and I was like, okay, when I get the body in there, I'll pour a bit of on it and just make it smell stink.
No, what? It's just so weird that he's so nonchalant about talking about murdering his own mom. It's wild.
Before I covered it back up with dirt, I was like, that seems like a pretty good plan, whatever.
There's been another shift in Gregory's speech patterns. As soon as he decided to confess, he's now talking a lot faster. This is most likely his normal way of talking, as before he was concentrating on being deceptive.
So, when we dig the hole, it's like, what, 4:30? And I decided, all right, so we dump the body and then we fill it back up, and then at 5:30 we go back. So, myself. Okay, so you're talking about we being yourself, nobody else is there. This is just you. Yeah, just me. So, anyways, done with the hole, so kick the body in the hole, but it doesn't fit, so I had to kind of cram her in there. I don't know if I broke any bones, whatever. Pour the bleach on her, put the dirt over her, and I mean, when you go out there, you'll see it. It looks perfectly natural. Doesn't look like there's anything. How did you mask the hole? What'd you do? Well, it was a fire pit, so I literally just threw the dirt back on it, moved the rocks around, it looks perfectly fine. So she's in the fire pit, or under the fire pit? Yeah, okay.
And yet another shocking twist. Gail's body wasn't the only thing Gregory hid in the woods that night.
What else is in the woods? What else is in there? The broom I used to sweep the drag marks away. Okay. Because when you're dragging a dead body, like I said, I trashed the wheelbarrow on Holly Hills, which was a dumbass move because I still needed to get the body out from the trunk of my car and bring it down to this area, right? But I realized whatever, blah, 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 dumb. So if I hadn't wasted maybe an hour and a half, I probably would have gotten away with it. But I did waste an hour and a half because I need to come to terms.
Hopefully the dude that thinks that all trans people are pedos,
with the two belt ties tied to her ankles, I dragged it all the way to the fire pit. And
just
like when you're dragging the body of leaves and palm
not
fronds and whatnot, that collects quite a lot of shit, to be frank. So is there anything else? I mean, you said there's a shovel in the woods, a broom in the woods. How about any of the stolen or the stuff that you took from the woods? There's more, there's stolen there's nothing big. It's like all the small and I just kind of chucked it in there because no one else wanted it and I needed to get rid of it. So there's a cache of stolen in the lake behind the fire pit, but it's probably all whatever. By the way, in the woods by the fire pit, I don't know, I could point out to you exactly, but there is 2 laptops and a 30 caliber gun right behind the fire pit in the woods. And obviously you know the rest of the stuff is. I do. Go back to before you left your house with your mother's body in the van, you started staging the crime scene. Is that right? You said you took some of the stolen shit out? Yeah. Well, not stolen. You took what'd you take out of the house first, and then while your mother's body was in the van? Well, I just kind of figured, I need to get everything out. I was like, well, not everything, but I was like, how can I make this look legit? I was like, I can't just make my mom disappear and then head to school and be like, oh, everything's okay. And I'm like, that's not gonna work. So I need to make it look like something happened, like a botched robbery or something. And you gotta admit, I don't know if you saw the house. Do you see the house? I haven't gone inside yet, though. All right, your work. It looks quite nice. Okay. It looks quite legit.
It's weird. Why is there all this crap up here spilled? There's a broken glass here. I saw this shit broken, dude.
Oh yeah, it looks so legit. That's why Gregory immediately ended up in the interrogation room confessing right now.
Basically, I just
of everything, and I grabbed everything of value, and I kind of just threw it in the van, and yeah.
As Sergeant Pagliari works to understand the rest of this disturbing story, Gregory takes every opportunity to flaunt his horrendous ego.
Now, some of the stuff you gave to your friends. When did you give some of that to your friends?
After school.
After school.
Yeah, there wasn't any time. I was planning, what I was going to plan to do is I was going to drive up to the Sunrail and leave my mom's car there and dump the bike somewhere and make it look like that she went to Orlando and that she just got whatever. And I think actually if I hadn't made the botched robbery and I just kind of drove the car up there and lost the bike and gotten picked up by my friends and we kind of just kept hush-hush about it. And I killed my mom and put her under the fire pit. You guys probably would have never caught me because you probably think that she got mugged in Orlando and died. And that probably would have made a lot more sense. But I didn't think it through because I was impulse thinking and I was doing everything on a whim. So if I had more time to think it through, I probably would have done other things, but that's whatever.
Okay. So you went to school, though?
Oh, yeah.
How did you get to school?
Brian Bill picked me up in front of my house. I was wearing jeans covered in dirt, as well as boots covered in dirt. You'll find those in the woods with the broom and the shovel. But I was wearing no shirt. I just grabbed a random shirt and some soap and a washcloth. And then when I got to school, I wiped all the dirt off me, the excess blood that was on my face from my mom hitting me, and I cleaned myself up. And then I went to school, and I think nothing happened.
So then you go to school like nothing's up, right? Good. Let's just go to class for a little while, right?
Yeah, my last day as a free man. Might as well enjoy it.
Okay. Say goodbye to your friends?
More or less with you. It's whatever.
That's, well, your two best buds are the ones you really care about, right?
Well, they screwed me over in the end, so it's whatever.
Well, one person keeps a secret, Greg.
Yeah.
You, when did they find out that you killed your mom?
When they picked me up, because I was covered in blood, which was my blood, but I was covered in blood and dirt, and I wasn't wearing a
Yeah. They're gonna get charged as accomplices.
shirt, and I had soap, and they're like, what the happened? And I was like, well, Brian, I called you last night. He's like, yeah, I know. And I told Dylan.
Okay. So then what was their reaction?
Apathy.
Tell me. Describe. Elaborate.
They didn't care.
They didn't care. They thought you were foolish. I mean,
well, yeah, they thought I was foolish until I took them back to where I did it.
Which was after school.
Yeah.
And then after school, you took them to the church.
Yeah.
And then you just started divvying out.
Yeah, I said, take what you want.
Knowing that your mother was dead, and you told them to take what you want, and they were good with that?
Yeah, that's okay.
Who took what?
I don't know.
There's now no denying that Dylan and Brian helped Gregory cover up his mother's murder, and the two are detained while Sergeant Pagliari wraps up Gregory's interrogation.
Well, how about the part, I gotta say, I was impressed with the kicking of the door. Did you do all that yourself?
Oh, no, I had those two do it.
Oh, okay, so again, more things that these guys did.
Yeah.
Right, so tell me about that.
Well, I was like, hey, I need help staging the crime scene. And they were like, okay, we'll help you.
So both of them together kicked in the door?
Yeah, it was very impressive.
Okay. Do you guys have this on video or anything? Did you like me?
No, I wish I had it on video. That'd be great. But no, but I'm sure if you dust for footprints on the door, you'll find their shoes.
Okay.
You'll find it all over the house as well. But then we went to my mom's room. We got the gloves, gave them gloves, because they didn't want to get their fingerprints on anything, even though they'd already kicked the door open and whatnot. But and even though they're already like basically helping me do this, whatever.
As the interrogation comes to a close, Gregory once again displays his astonishing apathy towards his mother's death.
So, am I going to go to prison or what? What's up?
Well, what's going to happen is I have to obviously let someone from the state attorney's office know about today's events, and then we'll go from there. So there's no end game as far as what's going to end up happening to you. And your question is, like, what, prison and all that jazz? I don't know. But you will be arrested.
Well, yeah, obviously, but like, since I'm a minor, can I even go to prison? Is that like a thing?
That I don't know. Again, I'm just the person who gets the facts and presents. Is that a thing? Again, all we're going to do, Detective Jones and I are just here to get the facts of the case. We present our findings to the legal part of things, which that's not me.
So since I'm in the police station already, ready to do handcuffs and all that jazz?
You probably will be handcuffed at some point, Jeff.
Dope, bro. And then I did Act of the Century. She's giving me a Grammy for that 9/11 or 911 call.
Yeah.
You should give it a listen. It's quite nice.
Though Gregory is bragging about his 911 call, it's actually something that gave him away from the beginning. When he was asked where the emergency was, he immediately launched into his story, which is an instant red flag.
911, where's your emergency?
I just got home, and my house is completely trashed. It looks like someone broke in the side door.
An innocent person is interested in help, not telling a story. It's incredible that the detectives can keep a straight face listening to him. Before officially arresting Gregory, the sergeant has one last question for him.
You've taken a little bit of pride in what you did. That's all. You know what? It is what it is, right? Are you willing to go with us and show us where at the church where you put her and everything? Do a little reenactment of what happened? So again, if you're willing to ride with us, I'll sit with you in the backseat of a patrol car. Uniformed deputy will come in and handcuff you, of course, and put you back there with me, and then you'll just take us over to the church, and then we'll get out and do a little video reenactment of the scene over there, and just kind of go through some things. Tell us what you were thinking. That's all I'm looking to do at this point. You want to do that?
I'd be down.
You're down?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
After arriving at the church, Gregory leads the officers to the burial site.
Drop, and then originally I put my phone, if I can find this.
Are your phone's out here?
Well, no, it's not. I wish it was.
No,
but, Oh, whatever. Well, there was a what? Did they find the stuff back here? We probably found a few things. But go ahead, what you recall. All right. Well, whatever. There's Did you guys find the gun back here? Did we find a gun back here? It's okay if we
There's
did.
one back there.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, a rifle?
Yeah. You guys found the laptops as well?
I believe so, sir.
All right, sounds good. Okay. So yeah, whatever. I set my phone so I get some light, but then I realized I need more, so I had to go back to my house and get more. But tell me how you dug the hole. Let's talk about that. Took a shovel when I dug it up. Okay. All right. And then how did you put your mother's body in the hole? How was she oriented? Did she face up? Did she? Okay. So originally I was gonna put her in legs first, and I realized that was a bad idea. Right. So I put her in head first, and then I folded her legs in. You're gonna when you dig her up, whenever you do that, you'll find the legs first, which should make it easier for you to pull it out. But. Okay. How big a hole are we talking about here, Greg? Pretty big. Well, I mean, let's say circumference-wise. If you had to put you're a math guy. What do you think? I mean, you guys got rid of the fire pit, but it was the circumference of the fire pit. That's what the whole thing was, just the circumference of the fire pit? Yeah, and then it kind of combed down. Did you get tired? Well, yeah, that and I was on a time limit. Okay, all right. Detective Escobar, so you're aware Greg strangled her to death? 2 hands on her neck? Go ahead. Originally started with 1, but then I thought 2. 2's better than 1. Okay, all right. And that was 2 on both times? You choked your... Well, I will, yeah. Well, I shoot it up against the wall, and if I was at my house, I'd show you, but okay. It was interesting. No, I just want to know. Okay, yeah, both. So against the wall, standing up, and then on the floor? Well, I had her up against the wall on the floor. Against the wall on the floor. Do you think that makes sense? It does. It doesn't make sense. It's hard to make sense.
Was her head up against the wall and her body was on the floor?
Yeah.
Like you had her like pinned in the corner?
I had her in a corner. I had her in a corner, yeah.
Of the wall on the floor?
Yeah. There you go. It was like bedroom, right? Master bedroom? Yeah. You can see when you go in there, the bed's tilted. We started on the bed. We struggled off the bed onto the left side, where we proceeded to kill her. Okay.
While Gregory leads the officers through the woods, Brian and Dylan sit together in the back of a nearby patrol car as the boys talk about their current situation, seeming not to realize they're being recorded. It becomes very clear that they don't understand the consequences they'll soon be facing.
I told the entire thing because they knew it already. I haven't been in cuffs all night, and then this lady shows up and she puts me in cuffs.
But you were in cuffs? Dude, they showed up and I was okay, and then they're like, okay, wait, were you in cuffs?
They transported me without cuffs.
I'm like, wait, so like Dylan said his house was like, no, they're with our other detectives, and was like, shit, he's fired at the police station. So they called my father.
Oh no!
Yeah, they called my father. My father knows that I'm involved in this. I'm gonna shoot out when I get home, and I'm not gonna get a birthday or Christmas or anything. I'm gonna be grounded for the next 10 years and disowned by my entire family.
Dude, I'm not even getting to work. Come on.
Shh. Someone's about to get fired.
Dude, no, we had that job.
Oh, man.
We were making 15 an hour. Come on. Guys, this is important. Yeah, it was 15 an hour.
Wait, are we not able to anymore?
I should be done by now.
What time are we going over there? Only the willpower to stay up so long.
No, how it's working. You have to be there 11 o'clock till around 7 o'clock.
That sounds like work.
Yeah, but it's 8 times 15. It's 140.
Let's get more. Let's get that other jack test.
It seems that the concept of serving jail time for their crimes doesn't even cross the boys' minds. Is this just a sign of their immaturity, or do the two really feel that they haven't committed a crime by helping Greg cover up his mother's murder?
Is that Greg?
That's not Greg. That guy's too tall and like skinny.
No, it's Greg. Look at his limp.
Yeah, he has to point out where the body is.
That's Greg.
That's Greg.
Mine.
No.
I know, he's not in mine. Like, honestly.
Look at what mess we're in. Like, I'll do a lot of things for a friend.
I was under the impression I was taking some property. I got some speakers out of it. I was enjoying those tonight. I was kind of drunk. You should ask.
The complete lack of accountability from Dylan and Brian is appalling. However, their utter absence of remorse only becomes more apparent when they bizarrely decide to sing Alien Boy by Oliver Tree.
I was sitting there singing Bruno Mars and all that, just like blasting the speakers. I had them all hooked up and it looked nice in my room.
I fell down to earth.
I was listening to that too. 3 doors down so you can't ignore it. I'll hunt you down like Tyrannosaurus.
Eventually, all 3 boys are transported back to the police station. After a hectic night of processing, Gregory, Dylan, and Brian are reunited in the back of a patrol car and transported to the Department of Juvenile Justice, where it's very clear they have no idea they're being recorded.
Because, like, I was asking for a bottle of water so much. The one that he was like, the water's in that fountain right there. And I'm just like, I'm not drinking out of that. Like, I'm just going to get AIDS straight from drinking from that water fountain. I know. That's just...
You have handcuffs in cell? Like, were they in front of you or behind you?
In front.
Okay, I was going to say, but how the hell are you going to do that? You don't have to do some, like, trapeze?
Oh, no. When I had to, like, flush the toilet, I literally had to, like, kick the button pretty much.
Yeah, I need to quiet for 1 second. 1 Delta 65 Central. 3 juvenile males en route to DJJ. Starting mileage is 581. All right, you guys go ahead and talk if you want.
Dude, seriously? Oh, I was not sitting down on that toilet. There was like steel and there was white stuff all over the toilet. I'm just like, I'll pass on that.
My dad, dude. Oh, my dad here.
What? My family's here. I guess they just told me already.
You're Brian?
What? Yeah, I'm Brian.
No, they have a lawyer. They're with a lawyer with you.
Well, my family loves me, so. Yeah. I guess I'm not getting. I'm gonna get disowned anyway. The lawyer is to get me disowned.
The more time the 3 boys spend reunited, the less remorse they seem to have.
I was arrested on my grandma's birthday last night. Last night was my grandma's birthday. I got to see her and said happy birthday first.
God damn, dude. This is
Oh
wild.
my god. Cat's gonna kill me. Why? She freaked out when I didn't answer her for 30 minutes. She had everyone she knew blow up my phone, and she called me like 30 times and texted me about 100 times.
Instead of being worried about what Kat will think of him after she learns about the horrible things he's done, Brian only cares about her being mad at him for not responding to her texts. This just showcases the utter lack of understanding from the boys.
I'm ready to die and get slapped about 30 times when I get back to school. Shit.
Maybe you were going back to campus.
I had online work I had to do. I'm worried about school still graduating, you know?
Yeah, you're all of them.
What?
You're not right?
It's my senior year. I was supposed to graduate this year.
For the first time, it seems as though the boys may be starting to realize that their disturbing actions will have long-term consequences. School, friends, and life as these boys know it will now be changed forever. Not long after arriving at the juvenile center, Brian's family posted his $100,000 bond. In the 3.5 years prior to their court date, Brian finished high school, started college, and was employed. On the other hand, Dylan wasn't offered a bond for 309 days, as the court was concerned that his history of mental health issues may lead him to hurt himself. When he finally was given a bond, it was $200,000, meaning there was essentially no way for him to post his bail. For his part in the crime, Dylan was sentenced to 828 days in jail, followed by 10 years of probation. Despite both boys having been charged with accessory after the fact to second-degree murder, Brian was given a different sentence. At his hearing, Gail's sister spoke on the pain their family had suffered as a result of the actions taken by Gregory, Dylan, and Brian. In response, Brian said that he was sorry the tragic killing had happened, but that he was simply naive at the time and didn't take Gregory's murderous claims seriously. Even at his sentencing, it seemed that Brian was wholly unwilling to take full accountability for his actions. In the end, he was sentenced to 14 years of probation, with the first 364 days of that term being served in the Volusia County Jail. According to Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chipwood, Gregory Ramos is one of the top 3 sociopaths he's ever come in contact with, and it's easy to see why. For the brutal slaying of his mother, Gregory was charged as an adult and was sentenced to 45 years in prison. While his sentence can be reviewed again in 25 years, Gregory will serve a lifetime probation, no matter what.
Jesus.
He was like...
Oh, it's already 10. Alright, guys. Well, if you're still here, dude that just came in hot with that LGBT take, hope you change your mind. If you want to talk about it, my Discord's on my YouTube thing. You can just talk private. Hopefully I can dissuade you about your hateful rhetoric. Everyone else, hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, day, night, whatever time it is when you watch this. Hope you enjoy, and I will see you Tuesday. All right, bye.